1. Test. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm hearing myself, so that's good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Standing by then. Well, hello and a very warm welcome once again to the Hala Legionov in Kielce in Poland, where you join us for further coverage of the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships for men and women. It's the 6th day of competition. We're preparing for our 10th session of boxing. 224 bouts already in the can, and we have got another 12 scheduled for this session here in the afternoon. It is approaching 2 p.m. local time, 2 p.m. Central European time. My name's Ronald McIntosh. I'm your commentator here at Ring A. You can see in the beautifully dressed Hala Legionov, we have 2 rings in operation for the preliminary rounds of the tournament. And over on Ring B, you can join my colleague Andy Clark. But here on Ring A, we will have action in the women's 57-kilogram featherweight, the first appearance of the women's heavyweights at plus 81 kilograms, then men's lightweight action in the 60-kilogram division, and we will round things out with bouts, 4 of them coming in the men's 75-kilogram middleweight division. So a very busy schedule for many of these athletes, names we have seen before, but it's the first appearance of the women's heavyweights. But my goodness, we've seen some talented boxers in action over the preceding 5 days. And as we get closer to the weekend, where we're heading towards bouts where athletes will be able to secure themselves a place on the podium. Remember, in AIBA boxing, the losing semi-finalists will both receive gold medals. So in the quarter-final stage, in the women's 57-kilogram featherweight division, for instance, the winner is guaranteed some Youth World Championship hardware. So big pressure on the shoulders of these teenage athletes. And there are some of them backstage, along with their support staff, going through their paces. Because again, contest scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. So it's not a long time. So these athletes don't want to give away any time getting loose once they're up there in the boxing ring. They want to come out raring and ready to go. So all of that is taking place backstage. You can see what an outstanding job the local organizing committee have done in dressing and decorating this hall. Multi-purpose sports facility opened in 2006. Primarily used for handball, a 4,000 seating capacity, but of course, during these times of the COVID-19 pandemic, unfortunately, no crowd in attendance. But AIBA and the local organizing committee have done an outstanding job ensuring that this tournament is taking place in COVID-safe conditions. So there is hand sanitizer all over the place, social distancing in effect, and every safety protocol followed in terms of tests and ensuring that all of the athletes and their support staff
Ladies and gentlemen, bouts number
continually return
225
negative test results.
A. Women's feather, 57 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from India, POONAM.
So we're going to get things underway in the women's 57-kilogram featherweight division. This is the quarter-final stage.
Nazerke, SERIK.
It's a terrific contest that we have in prospect. This one between boxers from India and Kazakhstan.
Judge assignment.
So here are the judges then. They come from Italy, Slovakia, Armenia, Ukraine, and Hungary. The 10-point must system in effect. And remember, the AIBA interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9. One boxer must, of course, score 10, but 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear winner, 10-7 for total domination. There is Poonam, the 18-year-old boxer from India, who has been absolutely sensational so far, preparing for her third bout of the tournament. And in the second preliminary round, the round of 16, well, she scored a first-round stoppage to eliminate Beata Varga of Hungary. Nazerke SERIK, the 17-year-old from Kazakhstan, was impressive in her bout. She had a bye in the first preliminary round, was a unanimous point decision winner over Nermin Erdin Tugs Jagal of Mongolia. Progress through here to the quarterfinal stage. Our referee is from Scotland, making a final check of the equipment, and will now issue the final instructions.
Round 1.
Not yet. Not yet. Stop the time. Step back. Step back. Step back. Go back. Ready? No, not yet.
So just a slight delay before the opening bell, ensuring that all the officials are in place and where they need to be. And of course, such protocols absolutely necessary to ensure that everything is transparent and as it should be. So now our five judges are in their respective seats, and we are underway. Quarter-final action. The winner guaranteed a medal here at the 2021 AIBA World Youth Boxing Championships, and this a clash between two powerhouse boxing nations. India and Kazakhstan have both sent full-strength 20-strong squads to Kielce 2021. The boxer wearing red is Poonam, and she's looking to get onto the front foot. And this a matchup between continental gold medalists. Both of these boxers have occupied the top medal rostrum in the Asian Championships in 2019. Terrific punch picking from both boxers, trying to get onto the front foot. It's Poonam, the boxer wearing red, representing India. She's the Asian youth champion at 54 kilograms. The woman in blue, boxing out of the southpaw stance, STARYNSKI, 17 years of age, and she took Asian junior gold at 54 kilograms the same year. So a clash of continental kingpins here. Rough house tactics being applied by SERIK on the command of stop. Just over a minute gone. Poonam invariably looking to get on and over that front foot, sparring with the lead left hand. Two boxers of terrific skill and plenty of experience competing here on the global stage. Good right hand landed by Poonam, but there was a backhand landed by SERIK during that exchange as well. Another right hand success landed by Poonam. SERIK backing up, looking to get some distance between herself and her opponent. Being pinned in her own corner momentarily. Poonam looking to maintain the pressure. SERIK tying up her opponent. And it's rough on the command of break once again. SERIK not averse to just shoving her opponent off. Inside a minute to go in the opening round. Both boxers have had successes. Poonam's right cross has been a notable shot, perhaps slightly heavier than the left cross of the woman in blue. SERIK edging forwards, going in search of that jab, but didn't fully commit. Right, left fired out, but she's caught by a counter right hand over the top by Poonam. As she looks to apply the pressure. Looking for that right hand to the body once again, and she did have success with it. POONAM maintaining the pressure, coming in waves on that attack, forcing her opponent back to the neutral corner, closing seconds of what has been a competitive opening round. And you'd expect nothing less at this stage of the tournament. That's the bell for ring B. Beautiful right-left combination. It was countered by a single jab, but the boxer in red getting the better of that exchange. POONAM closing the gap once again. And again, no love lost between these two boxers during the course of that 3 minutes, but there is respect. Terrific opening round of boxing. AIBA Live scoring means that we can bring you the scores immediately. Both corners will be aware of that as well. And there is the result of the first round, a very competitive round, make no mistake. SERIK very much in this contest, but conceding the opening 3 minutes. And there was the right-hand success of POONAM. You see, it was immediately countered by an educated left, but POONAM kept the attack going. She did that repeatedly throughout the opening 3 minutes.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So we're into the second round then. 4 nations have brought full-size boxing squads where they have an athlete in each and every weight class. Nice counter right hand on the back foot landed by SERIK. And here we see 2 of them. India, Kazakhstan, Poland and Russia, all 20 deep here in Kielce 2021. So POONAM just short with that attempted left-right. SERIK up on her toes, moving clockwise to her left. Beautiful counter right hand landed by SERIK, but POONAM again content to walk through the shots in her bid to apply pressure. She lands an arcing right hand around the corner when the 2 boxers are at close range. So SERIK looking to lead off now, up on her toes, but POONAM obliging her in that regard. An action taking place in the space of the ring. There's a hard right hand to the body from POONAM, who's looking to drive SERIK backwards once again. Very physical at close quarters, this one now. SERIK, she's been spoken to repeatedly about holding. And one suspects if she does it again, a warning could well be issued. That's a hard right cross driven into the torso from the woman in red. SERIK falls short with her attempted 1-2. Coming together once again. Both boxers perhaps crowding their work a little bit on that previous exchange. SERIK keeping her composure. But during the course of these exchanges, it's POONAM who more often than not is getting the better of them. Can SERIK keep the attack going? She got her to lose her balance there. Perhaps her bearings a little bit as well, but SERIK didn't fully capitalize. And again, she is being driven back by another effective forward foray from the woman in red. Well, that's a stern admonishment from the referee in SERIK's direction. She really is going to have to watch how she conducts herself now as POONAM targets the body effectively once again. SERIK countered with a left hand over the top. She's looking for the same shot once again, but it's first and third boxing as POONAM. Perhaps the attack's being initiated at the same time, but it's inevitably POONAM having the final word. Final 30 seconds of this second round. SERIK needs to produce a sustained burst of quality here for my money. And she has time in which to do it, but she's keeping her patience, looking to pick her punches. Exchange once again. That's the bell for ring B. With the 10-second clapper here at ring A. And again, on the resumption, it is POONAM who beats her opponent to the punch and gets the better of that coming together. Another very skillful, competitive round of boxing. I feel it's going to be the woman in red who takes it, but remember, we've got 5 judges using the 10-point must system here, and that is how things stand after 2 completed rounds. POONAM has been more precise with her punches. There's been a greater volume of them as well. SERIK needs a big third and final round if she hopes to progress to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. She's in the contest every step of the way. POONAM is being made to work. But SERIK just being outpunched. And you can see POONAM continually keeping the attacks going, maintaining the pressure. SERIK,
Seconds out.
even though she's had her successes, more of them have come from the woman in red.
Third round.
So into the third and final round then. And right on the resumption, it's a reverse 1-2 landed by POONAM. SERIK looked for her straight shot successes as well, but SERIK needs a dominant round, and here's her best shot of the entire contest. Her left cross over the top, which caused POONAM to lick her lips. Her eyes became wide in concentration. She won't want to take too many of those. SERIK now perhaps will grow in confidence from that beautiful left cross that she whipped over the top, and it landed right on the button. Left hand to the body was a good shot by SERIK, but it was countered by a right cross downstairs from POONAM. Physical on the inside once again. POONAM pushes her opponent off to get back to her own punching distance. Check right hand attempted by SERIK, but didn't land correctly. It was with the inside of the glove rather than the knuckle part of the glove. POONAM presenting a different posture now, hands down by her belt line. Remember, both of these boxers and their respective teams will be aware of the scorecards. POONAM remaining committed to the strategy that has served her so well through 2 completed rounds. SERIK has got to step on the gas and get busier. She has to force the contest here now. She lands a good left cross, which was the final word in that coming together. Left cross success to the body once again from the boxer in blue. Approaching the final round. And SERIK has got to find the wherewithal to do something different. For SERIK now, it's a case of there is no tomorrow. Tantalizingly close to a place on the medal podium, and she lands a hard right-left combination. POONAM initiates a clinch before pushing her opponent off. Approaching a minute to go in the third and final round. SERIK has got to maintain the pressure. Right hand over the top came from POONAM in response to a good left hand to the body landed by the boxer in blue. Counter left hook was a nice shot from SERIK in response to the right hand she took to the body from POONAM. Final minute of the round. POONAM back onto the front foot looking for right hands over the top. SERIK whips over a left cross, just stealing a glance to her corner. They remain impassive over in that blue corner. SERIK keen to keep her shape, but she's got to roll the dice here and go for it now. POONAM just keeping that gap after getting on the front foot occasionally. SERIK trying to counter after taking a hard right hand to the solar plexus, and then POONAM nailing her opponent with a bent arm right hand. So there's the 10-second clapper. SERIK looking to step back into the breach. Lands with a right-left combination. Glancing right hand catches POONAM. POONAM bobbing and weaving at the conclusion, and I think the body language instructive as it is so often. High fives exchanged over in the red corner for SERIK. Well, slightly disappointed look beneath that head guard. She was aware of the context of the bout going into the third and final round. She needed a clear round of victory, and again, as competitive as ever. I suspect it's going to be POONAM who will progress through to the medal stages. There was a cracking left cross landed by SERIK, who really did go in search of the dominant round that she needed coming in to the third and final round. But POONAM kept her composure. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, POONAM.
And there's confirmation. POONAM will go through to the final 4 of the women's 57-kilogram featherweight division. She is guaranteed a medal of some description here at the AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships in Kielce. But make no mistake, she's got her designs on gold. 3 wins out of 3, and a very impressive victor indeed. As for SERIK, she deserves immense credit for competing with everything she had. Remember, she's only 17 years of age. She showed flashes of her quality, but over the course of the contest, it was POONAM
Bout
produced the
number
greater success, and she prevailed.
26 in ring K, women's feeder, 54-57 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Russia, Alina Kantemirova. And his opponents in blue corner, representing Uzbekistan, Sitora TURDIBEKOVA.
So we remain in the 57 kilogram featherweight division, and this another matchup between powerhouse boxing nations, as it will be Russia and Uzbekistan going head to head. Here are the 5 scoring judges who will be officiating this one. And watching this one, they come from Malaysia, the United States of America, Argentina, Kyrgyzstan, and Moldova. Well, there is the Russian boxer, Alina Kantemirova.
Judge assignment, ring K. 1 Malaysia, 2 United States,
Over
3 Argentina.
in the blue
4
corner, Sitora TURDIBEKOVA. Both of these boxers 18 years of age.
Mongolia.
So Ganbold Badrak of Mongolia is the referee. Both of these boxers preparing for their second bout of Kielce 2021, as they were both the beneficiaries of buys in the first preliminary round. In the round of 16, Kantemirova was the unanimous points decision winner over Emily Pertold of Germany. And in the same bracket, TURDIBEKOVA prevailed on a unanimous points verdict over Marina Maliachik from Belarus. So 2 skillful operators going head-to-head in this one. The boxer wearing red is Alina Kantemirova, the 2019 European Youth Championship gold medalist at 57 kilograms. Her opponent, national youth champion from the same year at 57 kilos featherweight. Plenty of domestic success under the belt of both of these boxers through the age classification ranks. In addition to that, 2019 European Youth Gold. A year later, it was a bronze medal for Kantemirova. She'd just been tagged with a right cross by TURDIBEKOVA. Nice raking left jab, snaked out by Kantemirova, and it found the range. Looking for a lead right hand was TURDIBEKOVA. Just long, but she did score with a left jab there. Well, how about that for a dance beneath the ring lights here in the ring? 2 boxers locking arms and going for a little spin. Approaching a minute gone in the opening round. Both boxers working for their openings. Nice left hand lead landed by TURDIBEKOVA. Up on her toes and spinning away anti-clockwise. Looking for that right hand over the top once again. Plenty of thought in evidence in this contest as Kantemirova looking to find the range with that lead left hand. Look at the feinting in evidence, just trying to draw that lead that they can counter. Now Kantemirova just leading off, and on the previous couple of shots she did get through with singles. Left-right combination wasn't too far away from the woman in red. Exchange of lead hands once again. Leading off with the right hand was TURDIBEKOVA. She fired it twice and did get through with one. So closing seconds of the opening round. Beautiful lead left hand from TURDIBEKOVA. 1 boxers. Uzbekistan's team comprised of 18 boxers as TURDIBEKOVA lands a beautiful left hand while backing up It snaked upwards and just pinged her opponent. And how about that for an exchange of single shots? The backhand from Kantemirova in response to the lead shot from TURDIBEKOVA. Again, both boxers looking for scoring singles. Cheeky right hand landed by TURDIBEKOVA as Kantemirova was pushed away. Spoken to about landing rabbit punches around the rear of the head. That, of course, illegal. Boxers really committing to their attacks here. Lovely left jab landed by TURDIBEKOVA, dipping her chin down and shooting it upwards. And there's the same shot once again, and she finishes that exchange with a right hook, getting the better of that meeting at center ring. Right hand over the top was a little bit long from TURDIBEKOVA. Kantemirova looking to keep her shape and just find holes in the defenses of TURDIBEKOVA during these exchanges. Boxers trading off once again, and TURDIBEKOVA just causing the leg of Kantemirova to come up. Landed an arcing right hand over the top. That's a nice counter right hand again landed by the woman in blue. Looked for the same shot but was short. Kantemirova looking to box off the ropes, and she took a hard left hand during the course of that trade-off, which caused her to adjust her head guard. So Kantemirova needs to get just a little bit busier here. Closing minute of the second round. There's another right hand success whipped in by TURDIBEKOVA. Both boxers looking to play the role of counterpuncher. An occasion when TURDIBEKOVA does lead off. She has found a range on plenty of occasions. So approaching the 10-second clapper here in the second round. Kantemirova looking for the left-right combination and did find a range with that two-shot salvo. Sporting touch of gloves, but was Kantemirova busy enough during the course of that second 3-minute round? So 2 rounds to go. It is all square for 2 judges. TURDIBEKOVA leading for judges A, C, and D. So the contest up for grabs. It's going to take a big final round from the woman in red. Can she produce it in her bid to progress through to the medal stages of the global tournament for youth boxers here in Kielce 2021?
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So 3 minutes to determine who will be going through to the medal stages here in the 57-kilogram featherweight division. This contest in the balance after 2 completed rounds. It is all square for 2 judges. TURDIBEKOVA leads for 3 of the ringside observers. AIBA live scoring means that Kantemirova and her team, as indeed is the case with TURDIBEKOVA and the Uzbek seconds, they'll be aware of the context of how things stand. Now, who can produce the response? It's TURDIBEKOVA continuing to bomb away with that backhand. Thought about letting the shot fly there, but did not fully commit. Now looking for the left jab. Kantemirova feinting with the feet and with that lead left. Both boxers working to draw those leads they can counter-punch against. But again, trying to prevail as a counter-puncher. When you're down on 3 of the scorecards, very difficult indeed. So Kantemirova may have to alter her preferred approach here. She's put onto the end of a left jab, left cross a left hand there during that flurry from TURDIBEKOVA. Time continues to tick away, and time is not on the side of the Russian boxer wearing red. She's got to try and quicken the tempo here. She's got to get busier, because right now, the boxing is lovely. But I think a little more caution may have to throw more caution to the wind than she's currently doing, KANTEMIROVA. Maintaining her discipline. I'm not suggesting that she gets reckless as she walks into a right hand there, but I think she's got to be busier than she's currently being with 2 minutes gone in this third and final round. Nice left hand landed to initiate that trade-off by KANTEMIROVA. It was countered by a single shot from TURDIBEKOVA. So left jab from TURDIBEKOVA poked out in a bid to keep KANTEMIROVA at bay. Same shot once again. Lead left hand from the woman in blue. And KANTEMIROVA, for my money, simply is not being busy enough here. She's now in a realm where she needs almost a single shot success to take out TURDIBEKOVA inside the distance. TURDIBEKOVA now content to maintain the gap and just continue to pile up the points with that educated lead left hand. Very good boxing, and then a right cross comes over the top, which catches KANTEMIROVA. There's the 10-second clapper. TURDIBEKOVA just has to keep her concentration here, and she'll be going through to the medal podium. Exchange of right hands to conclude the contest. We'll await the final tallies from the judges, but for my money, it will be TURDIBEKOVA going through to the final four, where POONAM of India awaits to see who will progress through to the gold medal bout. Skillful boxing in evidence from both of these young athletes. It was TURDIBEKOVA who just had the consistent edge. At least that's how I saw it from my ringside commentary position here at the Hala Legianov. Terrific example of the single shot success. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Sitora TURDIBEKOVA, Uzbekistan.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Sitora TURDIBEKOVA. 4-1 on the scorecards. A very skillful contest indeed. But TURDIBEKOVA's consistent punching and more accurate punch picking, where there was a greater volume of it, seeing her over the line by virtue of a 4-1 split. She goes through to the medal stages. She's absolutely delighted. KANTEMIROVA competed with all she had, but it's TURDIBEKOVA through to the final four. What a semi-final in prospect against POONAM. That's scheduled for the 20th of April in the afternoon session.
Bout number 227 in ring K. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from India, PATHAN, Alfiya, Titanium, Akram. And she's opponent in blue corner, Hungary, Reka, HOFFMANN.
Well, up next, we move to the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division for women. First appearance of the tournament for these boxers. Deep into the tournament, it's been a long wait for them, but they're about to get the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division underway. We've got judges from Italy, the United States of America, Czech Republic, Uzbekistan, and Sri Lanka seated ringside to score this one.
Judges segment ring K. 1 Italy, 2 United States, 3 Czech Republic, 4 Uzbekistan, and 5 Sri Lanka. Referee Dmytro Lazarev, Ukraine.
So Dmytro Lazarev of Ukraine is the third person up in the boxing ring.
No holding, no low blow. Listen to me, okay? Good one. Get it up, yeah.
Round one.
So we're underway then. In the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division. Just 8 boxers lining up to complete this particular weight class. And so this, a straight quarter-final. The woman who wins this will go through to the medal stages. It's between boxers from India and Hungary. The southpaw wearing red is Alfiya PATHAN, 18 years of age. She takes a left hand over the top. Her opponent is Reka HOFFMANN. Boxers come in. Plenty of domestic success behind them. National youth champion is the woman in blue. Pouring her way forwards is PATHAN. She's being made to pay a price as she looks to get into mid and short range and work the body. But in addition to her 2019 national junior title in this weight class, PATHAN, who's coming forwards with no regard for what's coming back at her, but just content to get her own offense away. Good right hand landed to the body by HOFFMANN, countered by a shot upstairs from PATHAN. But PATHAN was also the 2019 Asian junior champion in this weight division, so continental success for her. And now looking to replicate that on the global stage as she turns her left hand underneath and then a left-right success upstairs from PATHAN. 2 boxers leaning on before getting back to distance. HOFFMANN looking to establish her straight punches in a bid to keep the marauding figure in red at bay. PATHAN walking forwards once again. 3-shot combination fired, but no shot found the target. Hard left hand to the body, followed by a right hook upstairs from PATHAN, who continues to let her hands go and lands a right hook, which was followed a few moments later by a right uppercut. Continuing to look for that right uppercut underneath out of that southpaw stance. Upping the tempo and increasing the pressure here, but walks onto a cracking right-left combination from HOFFMANN, who picked those punches sweetly off the back foot. There's a right hand once again. The same hook follows it from HOFFMANN during the course of that exchange. So PATHAN, no, taking punches on the way in, but continuing to let her hands go and lands a solid left cross. Heavy punches being exchanged in the opening round on the opening day of the heavyweight tournament as PATHAN lands a right hook around the corner and looks for the uppercut once again. So cries of no relax from the Indian corner to the right of our commentary position. Terrific right-left combination from HOFFMANN dislodges the mouthpiece of PATHAN. Exquisitely picked punches. Forced the referee, Dmitry Lazarev, to call time. The mouthpiece will have to be rinsed and reinserted. And even though it's been knocked out by a punch, well, the referee is probably going to indicate to PATHAN that that's one time. Comes out a subsequent 2 times, punches or otherwise, that will result in a warning. So sent to a neutral corner because the referee has to follow the COVID-19 safety protocols in place here and sanitize his hands on the resumption. What a right-left combination. Left cross came crashing through from PATHAN. What an opening round. Plenty of punches thrown between these 81 kilogram plus heavyweight boxers. But it's PATHAN who has taken it across the board. Terrific activity from PATHAN, who powered forward from the opening bell. Now, during the course of her front foot pressure, she was picked off by some terrific shots by HOFFMANN, but the greater volume came, and indeed variety came, from the woman in red.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Reka HOFFMANN, one of 5 women on the 13-strong Czech Republic boxing team. India have boxers in every weight class, 10 for men and 10 for women. Hoffmann will be aware of the scorecards, and that is why she has come out looking to quicken the tempo. But invariably, PATHAN, who is looking to have the first and final word as she lands 2 shots without reply. PATHAN went downstairs while Hoffmann was looking for shots upstairs during that coming together. But again, it's PATHAN in with a 1-2 and snaking away without being countered. She lands a right hook, and it's been a good opening minute of this second round for the woman in red. Perhaps unsurprisingly, oh, that's a nice left hook from Hoffmann, who was just looking to get off the ropes and then getting busy with the right cross as well. Hoffmann looking for the uppercut out of that southpaw stance. But perhaps unsurprisingly, given the part of the world where she hails from, PATHAN cites Mary Kom as a hero. Multiple world championship successes under the belt of Mary Kom, and was named an AIBA legend, along with Vladimir Klitschko, Umar Slam, and many other AIBA stalwarts. A few years ago, can she go on to emulate her successes by claiming a global title here, first of all in the youth ranks, just 18 years of age? We're sure to see her again down the line. Oh, that's a solid left cross, and it causes Hoffmann to sag back into the ropes. Hoffmann takes another left cross out of the top, over the top. She's feeling the pace now, and her punch output is slowing down. She's biting down, trying to fight back. She looks to the referee. Bad body language coming from the boxer in blue. Just under a minute to go in this second round. It's been a terrific portion of the round for PATHAN, but Hoffmann showing competitive spirit, but she takes another left cross. Her punch is now slowing down to a snail's pace, as has her footwork. PATHAN keeping her shape more effectively, and her punches remain crisper. And there is, oh, that's another left cross once again. Well, hitting on the brake, because neither boxer listening to the instruction or obeying the instruction to step back. PATHAN with another left hand, which jolts the head back of the woman in blue. And then a right hand around the corner out of the southpaw stance. Beautiful left cross, right uppercut. A whole variety of punches being showcased now by PATHAN, and that right uppercut was a beauty. Wonderful conclusion to the round for PATHAN, a dominant round for the woman in red. And there is confirmation in a commanding position on the scoreboard as we go into the third and final round. Hoffmann's energy levels dipped significantly in the final minute or so of that second round. PATHAN recognized that and continued to apply the pressure. There's a beautiful left cross, and that Hoffmann sagged, and a few moments later, she shot a glance to the referee. Interested observers backstage here at the Legianov. But beneath the lights in ring A, this woman has it all to do as we go into the third and final round. Remember, the winner goes through to the semi-finals and a guaranteed medal. Hoffmann coming out, trying to let her hands go. And she takes another left cross, and the counter is too slow to land. Two-shot combination was pinged out crisply. Nice left jab landed by Hoffmann just to keep PATHAN honest, and then it's a furious exchange on the ropes on the far side of the ring from our commentary position. Hoffmann inviting pressure by standing on the ropes once again, and how about that for a double right hand from PATHAN? She went body, then turned it into a right uppercut to the head. And Hoffmann, well, it's as though she's not able to go in pursuit of her opponent here, and perhaps putting all of her stock into landing a finishing combination or devastating finishing blow. But the clock is on, very much on PATHAN's side here. Hoffmann going looking for the punches, but again, devoid of snap. PATHAN keeping her shape nicely. Oh, but that's a beautiful left hand. Snaked out in ramrod fashion by Hoffmann. Left jab in response from PATHAN as Hoffmann gets onto the front foot and lands a right hand beneath the left elbow of the woman in red. Left cross in response from PATHAN, and both boxers feeling the pace here. Beyond the midpoint of the final round, beautiful combination to head then body from the woman in red. That causes Hoffmann to back up. She's then pinged by another left jab. Left cross, but PATHAN steps back in, met by a left hand and then a looping right by Hoffmann, who is desperately fatigued up there in the boxing ring. Still a minute to go, still a minute for her to find the quality that she needs to get a woman out of there inside the distance. It's come to that now for Hoffmann. But PATHAN keeping her concentration and her composure. Not looking to present anything, although she was tagged with a left hook there by the boxer in blue. But Hoffmann's punches have slowed down considerably over the course of rounds 2 and 3. Nice uppercut landed on the inside by the woman in blue. But look at the response it brings from PATHAN, and that right uppercut has been a key weapon in her repertoire. There she goes for it once again. Just drives Hoffmann backwards, and Hoffmann can barely step back into the breach. Really feeling the pace. But it's her willpower that is on display here now. Still in pursuit of victory, despite fighting on fumes. 10-second clapper sounds. That'll be a spirited rally from both boxers, no doubt. And right on cue, both athletes letting their hands go to provide a terrific conclusion to the opening bout of the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight tournament. And there can be little doubt that it's the woman in red who will be going through to the championship medal podium after a very good display indeed. Really did test the conditioning of Reka Hoffmann. And the right uppercut was a really profitable punch for her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, PATHAN, Alfiya, Tarannum, Akram, India.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for India's Alfiya PATHAN. The 18-year-old 2019 continental gold medalist goes through to a guaranteed medal here on the global stage. Credit to Reka Hoffmann for the commitment she demonstrated in a contest where she was outpointed in each and every round, but she never stopped competing. Her energy level depleted over the course of rounds 2 and 3. Her punch output slowed, and it's PATHAN who goes through to a guaranteed medal here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 228 in ring A, women's heavy, 81 kilogram plus. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Russia, Tatiana Bogdanova. And she's opponent in the blue corner, representing Poland, Oliwia TOBOREK.
So we remain in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division.
3 Armenia, 4 India, 5 Kyrgyzstan. Referee Radoslav Simon, Slovakia.
Here are the judges who will score this one. They hail from Mongolia, Scotland, Armenia, India, and Kyrgyzstan. So there is Tatiana Bogdanova, 17 years of age. And her opponent is Poland's Oliwia TOBOREK, 18 years old. Both of these boxers preparing for their first bout of Kielce 2021. Radoslav Simonov, Slovakia, is the referee. So the final instructions will be issued. And this a rematch. So boxers who know one another very well indeed. They met on the continental stage previously at the quarterfinals of the 2020 European Youth Championships. Here they are at the same stage of the AIBA global event. We're underway. 3 3-minute rounds in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division. And in their first meeting, or their previous meeting in the 2020 continental event, it was Bogdanova who prevailed. She comes in here as the 2020 European Youth Championship silver medalist, reigning youth champion of her homeland. She'd just taken a stiff left jab there from the 2020 youth champion of Poland in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division, and that is Oliwia TOBOREK. Every time there's a rematch between boxers who know one another, always have to wonder how significant the previous result is. For the victor, they have to ward off against complacency. For the boxer who was defeated in the previous encounter, they have to make sure that they're not intimidated by the presence of a boxer who had their measure previously. Flashing left hand around the corner landed by Bogdanova. And then again, repeated left hand success from the woman in red. TOBOREK looking to use her movement, but it's marauding attacks being launched. That's a beautiful lead left hand by the woman in blue. TOBOREK looking to repel the swarming aggression that Bogdanova is looking to implement here. And then there's a beautiful left jab once again from the woman in red. Digs in a right hand just above the belt line of TOBOREK. So can TOBOREK use her greater range to keep the boxer in red at bay? She possesses terrifically quick feet, does Bogdanova. Put on the end of a left jab there. Content to leave her hands down by her belt line and trust her reflexes and her head movement to get out of the way of the jab, but on the previous 2 occasions, it stuck her cleanly right on the nose. Right hand not too far away from TOBOREK. 2 minutes gone as another left jab success lands. Bogdanova counters with a left hand around the corner. The right hand was a flashing success for the woman in red. So inside the final minute of this first round, Bogdanova keeping the attack going. TOBOREK gets herself out of the corner, and the two boxers have a trade-off near the corner post. TOBOREK looking to use the space of the ring. Bogdanova again looking to close the distance, stepping on the gas and quickening her feet. And she looks to get into short and mid-range. That's where she is now. Didn't really find the range on her attempted right hand. She did on that one though, came over the top and on a downward trajectory against her taller opponent. Right hand success in response from TOBOREK. Busy opening round of boxing between two familiar rivals. Very close round over the course of the 3-minute frame. It's Bogdanova who has taken it. 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Very aggressive start by the woman in red. Able to move in behind that left jab using quick feet. She was put on the end of a couple of stiff, long-range straight lefts from TOBOREK.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. What a double left jab, right hand, and then a left jab success again on resumption. On the resumption of action here in the second round. Bogdanova starting very quickly indeed. TOBOREK aware of that, looking to get her own offense away, but look at that for a rapid fire right hook around the corner and then a left uppercut brought into play. Terrific start to the round by Bogdanova, the Russian boxer wearing red. So just beyond half a minute gone in this second round. TOBOREK looking to find a range, but again, she's driven backwards by a left hook which landed upstairs. Bogdanova looking to target the body as well. Jolting left jab rammed home by TOBOREK, and she's really looking to back up her opponent with that shot. Looking for a sneaky counter right hand. Was Bogdanova couldn't find a range, but she did come back with her own left jab that TOBOREK ran into. Swing and a miss with the left hook from Bogdanova. TOBOREK stepped into range while she was off balance and landed with a two-shot combination and followed it with a jolting left jab. Bogdanova wiping her gloves and stepping back into the fray once again, and uncoils a jolting left uppercut. She's put on the end of a stiff left hand from the woman in blue before she scored with the same shot. TOBOREK countered immediately. Hard right hand swung around the corner and lands from Bogdanova. Oh, that's a big right cross which goes piling through the defenses. Then the same shot success once again. Terrific trade-offs in the middle of the boxing ring. TOBOREK comes back with her own, and that's a double jab right hand success, and then a left jab once again. Bogdanova just losing her shape momentarily. She willingly steps back into the pocket and goes in search of her own left right, but she couldn't find the range. Nice left hand landed, a double jab. Make that 3-4 left hands crisply snapped out, and again by TOBOREK, who is using that lead left terrifically to enjoy a very good portion of the round. And even though we're behind closed doors, the Polish contingent here making their presence felt. Support staff and teammates all in attendance, cheering on the woman in blue, and she is growing in confidence and taking terrific inspiration from their encouragement. Well, Bogdanova lands a right cross, but she's been put on the end of some sustained pressure, all of which was built off terrific use of a lead left hand. TOBOREK going back to it once again. Left-right success by Bogdanova. So digging away with the right hand while Bogdanova was being pulled down was TOBOREK, and right on the bell, the shot that served her so well for the final two-thirds of round number 2 lands once again, the ramrod left hand. And only 3 judges preferring the work of TOBOREK. It was a competitive round, but in the midpoint of that second round, she really got on top for my money. So it is all square for 3 of the 5 judges. Everything to fight for in this third and final round. But TOBOREK went into that interval with the momentum behind her. From my perspective, she really did enjoy a terrific conclusion to the second round, and it was that shot there, the lead left, which set up everything.
Round 3.
So into the third and final round then, and both boxers meet head-on at center ring. Exchanges to begin this third and final 3-minute stanza. Terrific desire being demonstrated. Right hand landed by Bogdanova. Both boxers will be aware of the context of the bout. Bogdanova, is she beginning to slow down a little bit? Puncher looking just a little bit more languid, but that was a looping left which landed with the inside of the glove. Then she wheels herself forward and lands a left-right, the woman in red. Double left jab, snapped out once again from TOBOREK. Left hand lands from Bogdanova, and then a looping left in response of the hook variety from TOBOREK. Well, while TOBOREK was passive, Bogdanova's getting busy and enjoyed a good portion of the round during that exchange, but TOBOREK's aware of that and comes back with a double jab. All action stuff in the 81 kilogram plus heavyweight division. Big intake of breath from Bogdanova as we approach the midpoint of the round, but there's that lead left hand again, and what an educated shot it is proving to be. Terrific variety on it. Sometimes it lands with a bent arm, sometimes she turns it into a screw shot, but invariably, just as it did there, it puts Bogdanova on the end of it. She comes forward with a flailing left-right, which is short. She takes a cuffing right hook on the inside. She takes another lungful of air and sets herself to step back into the pocket once again. Beautiful left hand lead landed once more, and nails her again with the left jab, does Bogdanova. Terrific use of that most basic punch in boxing. The left jab serving TOBOREK very well indeed. Final minute of the final round. TOBOREK taking terrific inspiration from the support she's receiving here. Left jab once again, and again from TOBOREK, and Bogdanova visibly wilting before us, but look at her drive herself on, such as her commitment to the pursuit of victory here. But she's been put on the end of repeated left hands and cannot get into her own punching range without being made to pay a toll in the shape of the left jab. There she did get through with a left-right combination. Final 30 seconds of the final round. Both boxers feeling the pace here. Bogdanova willing herself forwards, but then it's another solid left hand that slams into her head from TOBOREK. TOBOREK appearing more energetic, able to get up on her toes to get to her preferred punching distance. Right now on the 10-second clapper, it's in Bogdanova's territory. She lands a right hand around the corner. Punches being exchanged right up until the final bell. And perhaps, well, how fitting is it that the final shot landed was a lead left hand from the woman in blue. A terrific turnaround, a terrific fight back by Oliwia TOBOREK of Poland. We're going to the scorecards of the 5 scoring judges to see who will progress through to the semi-final stage at the conclusion of that pulsating 81 kilogram plus heavyweight contest. Very competitive affair, non-stop punching. For what it's worth, I happen to think it's TOBOREK who turned things around. Here's the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Oliwia TOBOREK, Poland.
Number 1 indeed. What a turnaround from Oliwia TOBOREK. The Polish boxer gains a measure of competitive revenge for the defeat that she suffered at the quarterfinal stage of the 2020 Youth Championships on the European continental stage, but here on the global stage in her home championships in Kielce 2021, Oliwia TOBOREK producing a magnificent fight back to overturn the first round deficit that she faced on a 4-1 split, and the lead left hand was the shot that worked beautifully for her. A profitable punch throughout the course of rounds 2 and 3, and she used it to continually break up the momentum that Bogdanova was looking to establish. Completely disrupted her rhythm, and that is how she goes through to the final 4 and a guaranteed medal at a home world championship. 28-29 across the board, and it's TOBOREK who prevails.
60 kilogram into the red corner. Please welcome boxer from Belarus, Vitali STARYNSKI. And his opponent representing Brazil in blue corner, Yuri dos Reis. Judge assignment: 1 Argentina, 2 Sri Lanka, 3 Mongolia, 4 Moldavia, and 5 Malaysia. Referee REIS, United States.
So here then the judges who will score this contest as we move to the men's 60 kilogram lightweight division. They come from Argentina, Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Moldova, and Malaysia. This one between boxers from Belarus and Poland. And there is the Belarusian boxer, Vitali STARYNSKI, his opponent, Yuri dos REIS.
Make sure you got 10 zone, 10 and 10. That's not this in, just up on. All right, let's see if I can hear you. Thank you, Coach.
Sean Reese of the United States is the referee.
Round one.
So we're in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight division, and this one between boxers from Belarus and Brazil. Belarusian boxer wearing red is Vitali STARYNSKI, 19 years of age, facing off against the 18-year-old wearing blue, operating out of the southpaw stance, Yuri dos REIS. Both of these boxers competing in the round of 16 as they bid to progress through to the quarter-final stage. Second bout of the tournament for both of these men. Perfect number of 32 in terms of tournament brackets, making up the 60 kilogram lightweight division. Good left hand to the body and right hand to the over the top from STARYNSKI. Snaking right jab up from his belt line, landed by dos REIS. Left hand out of the southpaw stance wasn't too far away. Just circling his hands around his belt line now, looking to change the angle from which he's launching his punches, and he's having terrific success, such as his speed and crispness of punch. So STARYNSKI coming forwards. Dos REIS able to spin off to the space of center ring. Counter left hand not too far away from dos REIS. Lead left hand out of the southpaw stance, landed for the man in blue. So STARYNSKI on the front foot, trying to close the distance, feinting now by slipping to his left. How about that for a rapid fire jab from the southpaw wearing blue? Snaking through the hands of STARYNSKI, pecking him on the end of the nose. So neither man finding the range during that exchange. Hard left hand dug into the body. STARYNSKI suggesting that it was low. It may well have dipped beneath the belt line. May well have been on the blind side of the referee. Nice right hand once again out of that southpaw stance from dos REIS. And he goes down to the body with an accurate left hand, turned his palms upwards and dug it in just beneath the short ribs of the man in red. So first round in the book. The man in blue, busier and more accurate during the course of that opening 3 minutes.
Ты не делаешь, ты все в одиночный удар. Что ты в одиночный тыркаешься? Иди к нему ближе, спиной, серийно, серия, повтор, Ногу проигрываешь все время.
Some of the action from that opening round.
А ты хочешь его обыграть? Да ты не успеваешь, ты только левый бросил, он тебе сразу же в ответ бросает. Одну атаку ты отпрыгиваешь от него, сразу же повтор должен быть. Вторую опять ломать надо, только так. И давай соберись. 5-0 в лице. Только так. Сейчас ты должен темп ввести, понял? Пробил атаку, даже не попал, сразу же повтор сделал.
Round 2.
So as we move into the second round, just wonder whether STARYNSKI will use the body shots that served him so well in his opening victory in Kielce 2021, as he lands a good left hand there. Going in pursuit of his man, he'll be aware of the fact that he's conceded the opening round. Right hand around the corner on the retreat is a nice shot from REIS. You have to credit STARYNSKI. He really has come out with greater urgency to begin this second round, but he's in with a very twitchy, quick-fisted fighter who's using that attribute effectively. Now watch how he explodes into action with his offense and then able to flurry off the rope to keep the man at bay and then shoot up a right jab out of that southpaw stance. But now, well, I suggested that STARYNSKI may well look to get to work with his body punching. That was a real hallmark of his victory. He beat the man from Mexico on a unanimous points decision verdict, but make no mistake, that was a cracking contest. REIS had a hard-fought bout where it was 28-29 on all 5 of the scorecards, and that is how both of these men progressed through to the round of 16. REIS beating the man from Armenia as he looks to go for a right uppercut. Just looking to draw in STARYNSKI now. He's looking to quicken his tempo once again, bobbing, weaving, and as he gets to work, it's short to mid-range by going down to the body. Oh, REIS content to skit around the perimeter of the boxing ring and then get himself out of the corners using good footwork. Very cool operator indeed, because STARYNSKI is bringing the heat, really trying to rattle him around the ribcage. But REIS just able to remain alert, and when his back touches the ropes, he's able to spin off, generally to his left in a clockwise direction. Is he walking on to the backhand of STARYNSKI? But STARYNSKI, even though he's trying to increase the urgency, look at how his rhythm is being disrupted by the pecking, poking shots of the man in blue, who's doing a terrific job of boxing on the perimeter of the boxing ring. STARYNSKI applying the front foot pressure. Now he's got the man where he wants him, but just momentarily, because REIS is able to spin off and get back to the space of the ring. Hard lands with a good left hand to the body and sinks in that same shot once again. STARYNSKI looking to counter with a right hand over the top, but he's countered by a check right hook of the flashing variety from the man in blue, who then scores with a 2-shot combination of straights. It's been a terrific round of boxing, this. STARYNSKI, to his credit, really did step on the gas, but he met a man who had his measure for my money, because REIS was able to box very well indeed off the back foot. The scorecard's in, and the man in red has it all to do. It's a terrific round of boxing, because STARYNSKI, having conceded the opening round, really did step on the gas and tried to get to work with body punches, but he was met with a concentrated, composed, and slippery adversary. Look at how REIS is just able to keep his cool in the pocket and then spin off, generally to his left, but he often did so counter-punching off the ropes as well. Back to the wall, but keeping his cool and able to think and function under fire.
Round 3.
Well, as we go into the third and final round, the man wearing red has really got to hang it all out now, lay it on the line, because he's trailing by a considerable margin of the effective boxing generally on the back foot from Yuri REIS of Brazil, the southpaw wearing blue. And you have to credit STARYNSKI, because he's really going for this, really is trying to increase the pressure. But look at how difficult a mission the man in blue is making it as he continues to spear him with straight shots that are being launched from somewhere around his kneecap, tempting the man to come in and then just landing with a check right hand like that. He possesses terrific speed, very explosive, good reflexes, and he is using those assets. Well, he's turning those assets, those attributes into assets and using them to terrific effect. Can STARYNSKI keep the pressure on as he gets the man on the ropes. He got through with a lead left uppercut. The rest of the shots partially blocked. Takes a hard left hand to the body, which was whipped in bolo fashion from Dos Reis. Action just above our commentary position here at the Hala Legionov. Snaking right hand once again landed by Dos Reis. STARYNSKI countered with a two-shot salvo to the body. Looking for the right uppercut is the man in red. Turning out and going to his right on a rare occasion is Dos Reis. Now it's back to his familiar pattern of moving to his left. Terrific exchange. First and third boxing from the man in blue. His burst of activity to the body was punctuated by a right hand upstairs, making the man miss in the pocket after STARYNSKI had a successful shot just a few moments prior to that. But it's a very frustrating mission trying to fight against this elusive boxer wearing blue. I think you've got him nailed, and look at that. Well, he lost his footing, but he's able to bob and weave and dip and skip to remain out of harm's way. Very cool indeed is Dos Reis. Again, the lead left jab off the mark from STARYNSKI. That's a good offensive attack from STARYNSKI. The body gonna move less than the head. And STARYNSKI trying to target that repeatedly. Dos Reis comes back with a successful body shot of his own. Southpaw left negotiated its way through the defenses. Dos Reis just a little bit of showboating now, looking out over the top rope as if to say, well, the shot you attempted, that's where it is, because you won't find me here. It's been a very good display indeed by the man in blue. You have to give credit to STARYNSKI. He never stopped competing. Really did step on the gas and try and increase the pressure on his opponent, but unable to do so for any sustained period of time. And for my money, it will be Yuri Dos Reis who will be going through to the 60-kilogram lightweight quarterfinals. Some of the action from that third and final round. And again, you have to give STARYNSKI credit for continuing to keep his attacks going. But he was unable to ruffle the man in blue. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Yuri Dos Reis, Brazil.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Yuri Dos Reis. A very composed display indeed. Still got the energy to produce a little showboating display of shadow boxing before making his way out of the ring. But we're going to see him up there in the rope square once again because he's through to the quarterfinals, and that is how he did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 230 in ring A. Men's light, 60 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Kazakhstan, Yelnur SUYUNBAY. And his opponent from Slovakia in blue corner, Adolf STANEK. And judge assignments: 1 Ukraine, 2 Italy, 3 Malaysia, 4 Sri Lanka, and 5 United States. Referee from Hungary.
So we remain in the men's 60-kilogram lightweight division. And here are the officials who will score this one. A 10-point must system in effect. They hail from Ukraine, Italy, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and the United States of America. Well, there is Yelnur SUYUNBAY, 17 years of age, the Kazakh boxer. He will be wearing red. His opponent is 18-year-old Adolf STANEK from Slovakia. Both of these men preparing for their second bout Kielce 2021. Veronica Suks of Hungary is the referee. Well, when the two men come together for the final instructions, just take a look at the disparity in height. And extending to his full height is Yuri. Is Yelnur SUYUNBAY. And so quite simply, the man in blue, Adolf STANEK, has got to try and find a way to get inside the telescopic range of Yelnur SUYUNBAY, a towering 60-kilogram lightweight representing Kazakhstan. And it's not just that he's tall and long and rangy, he's able to use those physical attributes that he has terrifically. Long bridges his opponent, and then he's got fantastic feet as well. Has SUYUNBAY. Hard left-right combination landed by the man in red, and he spears a right cross to the body of STANEK. Again, there's the lead left hand, which is such a point-scoring punch for the man in red. Led off with a right hand on that occasion and had the better of that trade-off. STANEK comes back and lands with a jumping left jab of his own. SUYUNBAY. The mark as he attempted to leap in with a shot. Well, the manner in which he's jumping in, STANEK, I'm sure that SUYUNBAY and his team are just registering that. And he may well be being set up for an uppercut or a counter right hand, because he really is committing to his attacks, but he's leaving his feet often when doing so to try and close the range. Again, you see him leaping into range for his own punches. I'm sure that when SUYUNBAY doesn't make the adjustment, as he scores with a single shot, then dips underneath. We talked about not just his range, but his movement as well, and here we're seeing it in evidence. Skitting all around the boxing ring on legs that are seemingly indefatigable. Still in the opening round, of course. He whips in a left hand to the body, but he can keep this kind of movement going all contest long as he snaking out straight punches and backing up STANEK. SUYUNBAY takes a body shot and it brings about a standing count. STANEK practically turned his back. What a shot that was, whipped in. Palms were turned upwards. Perfectly placed punch just above the belt line. And SUYUNBAY may well look to target that area of vulnerability once again. It brought about a reaction, a shot to the body. And again, look at the straight punches. The body shot doubles over the man in blue once more. There's the 10-second clapper, and he goes to the body once again with a left hand. And STANEK looking to cover up his ribs with his right elbow. And the bout has been stopped right on the bell to conclude the first round. The referee from Hungary deciding that STANEK should take no more. He was being put under sustained and significant pressure after a sickening body shot was whipped in, which caused him to turn away. A standing count was issued, and on the resumption, SUYUNBAY was relentless. Very good display. There was the left hand right into the body, whipped in with the palms turned upwards, and there was another body shot which just stopped the man in his tracks. The pressure was maintained throughout, and the bout is being called off in the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of this bout by RC in first round is the boxer from red corner, Yelnur SUYUNBAY, Kazakhstan.
And there is confirmation of a victory with just 1 second to go in a round. RSC round 1 at the 2:59 mark. Yelnur SUYUNBAY goes through to the quarterfinal stage of the 60-kilogram lightweight tournament with a very good display indeed. Adolf STANEK, well, he competed with what he had, but that body shot really took it out of him. And on the resumption, well, it was just a matter of time as the pressure was sustained and the referee intervened to call this one off in the first round. It's SUYUNBAY who goes through.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 231 in ring K. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Poland, Paweł Słęcki. And his opponent in weight category men's light 60 kg in ring A. To blue corner, please welcome boxer representing Uzbekistan, Aidos Tagabayev. Judge assignments: 1, United States. 2, Armenia. 3, Scotland.
So we remain in the 60 kilogram lightweight division, and we have judges from the United States of America, Armenia, Scotland, India, and Argentina seated all around the boxing ring, scoring this one using the 10-point must system. So this one between boxers from Poland and Uzbekistan. So still awaiting the arrival of Aidos Tagabayev. And here he comes now, making his way through the TARDIS at the rear of the arena. A 17-year-old from Uzbekistan, gloved up and ready to go. Remember, the previous contest was stopped in the first round. Again, the boxers and the coaches have to be ready to roll on and answer the call in the event that the preceding bout ends inside the distance. So Mukash Yasaliev is our referee. Man from Kyrgyzstan, just checking the equipment. Tagabayev.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Action in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. This effectively the round of 16, the second preliminary round in a bracket where we have got 32 boxers. The man wearing red is the Polish representative, the Polish boxer Pawel SULECKI, competing in his second contest here in Kielce 2021. The southpaw wearing blue, coming forwards behind a high-held guard as he's tucking up to block these shots, though he did take a glancing right cross to the body. He responded with the same shot from his backhand, but it's the first bout of the tournament for Aidos Tagabayev. A pair of 17-year-olds trading off in the boxing ring. Tagabayev, the beneficiary of a walkover in his first contest, in a bout that was scheduled Opponent not able to make the boxing ring. Boxing poorly off the ropes is SULECKI, with a flashing right hook during that coming together. SULECKI looking to target the body. There's a left cross over the top from the man in blue. That left hook blocked by the high-held glove of Tagabeyev. Whipping left hand twice. Dug in just above the belt line of the man in red from Tagabeyev. SULECKI targets head then body and then comes with a spearing right hand straight through defenses. Flashy left cross twice. And on the second one where he upped the tempo of it, which meant that it had more pop as well, it brings about a standing count. So sprinting back into the pocket is Tagabeyev. Still a minute to go in this second round. There's another left cross right onto the button once again. And Tagabeyev has really found his range here now, particularly with that southpaw left. Same shot once again, this one a little longer, just catching SULECKI as he tried for a right hand of his own. Well, there's been a noticeable quickening of the tempo here from Aidos Tagabeyev. And SULECKI respond. Looking for the same shot once again, Tagabeyev, but it was long. SULECKI was able to dip beneath it. Left hand driven in once again. And SULECKI just put into the confined position of the neutral corner. Spins off effectively, looking for a counter right hand. Didn't score, but he did go downstairs with a good left hand to the body. Beautiful right jab landed, was the more forceful of those shots where there was a trade-off. Very good round of boxing from the man in blue. Aidos Tagabeyev taking it for all 5 scoring judges in this, his first appearance at Kielce 2021. Well, Paweł SULECKI started effectively enough, but it was almost as though, given what transpired, that Tagabeyev was just having a look. And when he fired out 2 rapid left crosses, the second one brought about a standing count. And again, that's not necessarily a 10-8 round in AIBA boxing. 10-point must system. 10-9, how a close round is scored. 10-8 for a clear round. 10-7 for total domination.
Seconds out, please.
Whereas in professional boxing, as soon as a boxer makes a trip to the canvas, it is generally a 10-8 round for the man who scores for the boxer who scores the knockdown. So into the second round then, Paweł SULECKI with a unanimous points decision win over the man from Ukraine, Gennady Maslenikov, to book his place here in the round of 16. Tagabeyev in his first bout of the tournament. There's the left hand once again. Same shot, same success, and SULECKI simply can't avoid it as it comes out on another angle, crashes onto his chin. He's backed into the neutral corner. Tagabeyev, he's just keeping him under pressure with the presence and threat of that southpaw backhand. Good right hand to the body, dug in by SULECKI. That was reciprocated in kind by Tagabeyev, and then he came back with a left cross through the middle once again. So SULECKI remaining committed to his task, pecking and poking with straight punches, many of which were blocked by the defenses of Tagabeyev. Tagabeyev just thought about quickening his feet to change the angle, but didn't launch anything from his new position. Left cross once again, and it lands for Tagabeyev. So SULECKI has got to make some type of adjustment here. Whether it's head movement, a sidestep, something. because repeatedly he's been caught by that left cross. He gets through with an uppercut during that cluster of punches at close range, then drops down to the body with a right hand. He's pushed off by the shoulder of Tagabayev. Tagabayev willing his way forward behind a two-fisted fusillade. He goes down to the body once again with his own left, looking for a left hook around the corner, pushed off by SULECKI, who comes through with a nice, classy little left uppercut, and the same shot once again. Tagabayev looks to respond with an uppercut from of his own. SULECKI just lost his shape a little bit there. The punches were rather pendulous as well, coming back by the belt line and not the on-guard position. And against a quick puncher like Tagabayev, that could be costly. Inside 30 seconds to go as a right jab, but the right cross was scored by SULECKI. Nice right uppercut on the inside during that combo from Tagabayev. SULECKI walks into a left hand to the body. Left cross once again, and when SULECKI's back touched the ropes, he was hit by another spearing left cross. SULECKI ends the round with a left uppercut through the middle. But the punch that has been prominent throughout this contest has been the left cross of the man in blue. And he's used it to terrific effect over the course of the two completed rounds. Here's an example of the good work done by SULECKI, but there simply wasn't the same volume of it when compared to the work of the man from Uzbekistan.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Well, as we move into the third and final round, the home boxer, the Polish boxer wearing red, Paweł SULECKI, really does have it all to do, because he hasn't been able to avoid the left cross of Tagabayev, the Uzbek boxer, and there's the same shot once again. So it's being launched from a bow and arrow. Very straight, very strong, and invariably it has penetrated the defenses of the man in red. So SULECKI has really got to go for it here if he hopes to progress through to the last stage, but he's hit by the same left cross once again. And for Tagabayev, it's a case of if it isn't broke, don't fix it, as he goes downstairs and then finishes with a shot to the head. SULECKI had his response during that coming together. Tagabayev moving laterally very nicely indeed, both left and right. Left cross over the top once more, lands with a jolt from the boxer in blue. Scores with a right jab. SULECKI trying to quicken the feet, trying to carry out the instructions of his corner and increase the work rate, but he's again, his forward foray disrupted by the left cross out of the southpaw stance from the man in blue. So beyond the midpoint of the final round, SULECKI looking to target the body with his own right cross, looking for a speculative left uppercut, but couldn't find a range. He did get through with a right uppercut during that coming together at mid-range. Left uppercut landed out of the southpaw stance from Tagabayev. In a very clever display this, as he lands a left cross once again, and SULECKI hasn't made the adjustment all contest long. Just hasn't been able to avoid that southpaw backhand. But credit to his commitment and desire, because he's continuing to go in pursuit of his man in a bid to try and turn this one around. Trying to get on the chest of Tagabayev. Tagabayev, the clock is on his side as he shoots out that trusty left cross once more. Cluster of punches caught by the glove of Tagabayev. Check right hand got around the rear of the left glove, fired out by Tagabayev. Same shot once again. Just getting it behind the defenses of SULECKI. Lands with a jolting left once more, twice, backing up the man in red as the 10-second clapper sounds. Trying to engage in a clinch, in a trade-off, but the man getting the better of the trade-off was the boxer from Uzbekistan. And he will be going through to the quarter-final stage. A very good display to open his tournament here at Kielce 2021 from Aidos Tagabayev.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Adios Tagabayev, Uzbekistan.
Well, confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Aidos Tagabayev. Very skillful southpaw, eliminating the Polish boxer. Pawel SULECKI. Well, he's acquitted himself very well here at Kielce 2021. He was competitive in that contest, always in the bout, but not doing enough to win the bout. And it is Tagabayev who goes through to the last 8 of the men's 60-kilogram lightweight division.
And ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 232 in ring A, men's light 60 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Romania, Costel Cristinel Mazarenau.
Oh, just losing his footing there on his way to the ring.
Corner, representing Colombia,
Was the man
John
from Romania.
Orobio Sinestra. Judge assignments 1 Argentina, 2 Italy, 3 Malaysia, 4 Moldavia, and 5 Mongolia. Referee Rai Rabi, Scotland.
So the 5 judges who will score this one are from Argentina, Italy, Malaysia, Moldova, and Mongolia. There is Cristinel Mazareanu, Romanian boxer preparing for his second bout of Kielce 2021, as is John Alin Arobio Siniestra. John Arobio. I will refer to him during the course of this contest. Ravi Rai from Scotland is the referee. Both of these men preparing for their second bout of Kielce 2021. This man prevailed in a 4-1 split over Elias Idrisi of Denmark. It was a scrappy affair. And in his first preliminary bout, John Arobio produced a very good display of punch picking to prevail on a unanimous points decision over Rani Abod of Israel. So that's how they've arrived at this round of 16 juncture. Both men have experience competing here at Kielce 2021 already. So familiar with the environs of the ring and the atmosphere. We're about ready to get this one underway.
Round 1.
So this is a contest between 2 17-year-old boxers from Romania and Brazil. The man wearing red is the Romania representative, Cristinel Mazareanu, part of a 12-strong Romanian boxing team, 7 men and 5 women. The compact figure wearing blue is John Arobio from Colombia. Arobio demonstrated terrific shot selection in his round of 32 contest. The locking of the arms allowed Arobio to help himself to a shot with a hand that wasn't tied up. Good work to the body from Arobio. Countered by a single shot from Mazarianu. Nice left jab from Mazarianu. Two boxers moving almost exclusively clockwise. Big right hand attempted to the body by the man in blue. Nice left jab landed once again from Mazarianu. We're beyond the midpoint of the opening round. Action taking place in the space of the ring. Both men looking to dominate ring center as Arobio momentarily turned southpaw. Didn't fire a shot out of that alternative stance. Right hand around the corner from Mazarianu, and we've got a mouthpiece that has been dislodged. So time is called. This will have to be rinsed and reinserted. So just an instruction for no coaching. So the boxers will have to go to opposite neutral corners while the referee sanitizes his hands following the COVID-19 safety protocols under which this tournament is being conducted in safe conditions by AIBA and the local organizing committee. Nice right hand landed by Mazarianu, perhaps the best shot of the entire contest. Arobio will be more aware of that than anybody. He's got to look to tie things up in his own mind. But Mazarianu's jab has been effective. Arobio went looking for a right uppercut, but it was blocked by the forearms of the man in red. And he's really planting his feet and bombing away now, Arobio, but he's not finding the range. And he's being picked off by punches that are arriving more directly rather than coming in looping fashion, which is what Arobio is favoring. Exchange of jabs. Arobio's was more solid. Again, the left jab. Mazarianu, a disruptive shot. And Arobio swinging and missing and countered once again. He lands a good right hand after he was pecked by a jab. But Mazarianu's single shot success, a greater volume of landed punches. And it's given it to him for 2 of the 3 judges. 3 judges favoring the work of the man in blue. Arobio, verbally on the front foot. But his accuracy decreased as the round went on. Mazarianu was able to beat him to the punch with his lead left hand. And then did land a really eye-catching right cross, which disrupted the balance of the man from Colombia.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Arobio here is part of a 14-strong Colombian boxing squad, 9 men and 5 women. Right hand swung in forcefully once again by Arobio. Good left hand success from Mazarianu, but then Arobio went down with good effect to the body. Right hand landed around the corner from Arobio, and a solid right hand swivels the head of Arobio. He just tucked up to try and just get his composure back. So again, Mazarianu just touching the head guard with his right hand. Again, 2 hard shots dug in, but they were blocked by the defenses of Mazarianu, who then scored with a single shot jab. Up on his toes now, loose-limbed and floating laterally both left and right. Arobio remaining on flat feet and forward in stalking mode as he lands a hard left hook after both men launched fully committed right hands which missed by some distance. Nice move from Mazarianu, spinning around his man and then coming back with a corkscrew right hand. Robio rather telegraphing his intentions. Got that right hand cocked and there it is. Easy to block. Mazarianu's accuracy though not what it should be to take advantage of these telegraph punches, but credit to Robio for getting onto the front foot and taking the contest to his man. Not picking the punches as accurately or as effectively as he did in his opening bout here in Kielce 2021. But of course, his opponent has something to do with that. Mazarianu spinning effectively once again. It's another flailing exchange. Mazarianu up on his toes. Right hand landed as the boxer is disengaged by Robio. Left jab was a scoring shot on a retreat from Mazarianu, but he's being pushed back repeatedly on the ropes here now from the man in blue. Looking for a right hand to the body was Robio. Right hand landed with the inside of the glove from Mazarianu, but it did land. That left uppercut got through from Robio. Quickens his feet now, trying to close the gap on his man. Oh my goodness. Well, punch landing, well, didn't fully land to be fair, but it was certainly let go after the belt. Robio taking that second round. 4 of the 5 scoring judges still in the balance as we go into final 3-minute frame. Plenty of aggression from the man in blue, but again his accuracy not as sharp as it was in his first preliminary round. There was a good right hand from the Colombian boxer and another one which disrupted the boxing stance of Mazarianu.
Seconds out.
A good right hand around the corner as well from the compact
Round 3.
boxer in blue. Into the third and final round, Mazarianu needs a big round here. Robio remaining fully committed and single shot. 2-punch combinations generally at best from Robio. Mazarianu trying to establish that lead left hand. There's a good right hand which followed a left jab that was snaked out by Robio. And now Robio putting his punches together. 2-shot combinations. Bent-arm shots invariably from the man in blue. A lot of these shots being taken on the gloves and forearms. I just wonder whether somebody can introduce some variety and look for the gap rather than simply firing away in the direction of the target where they want to land. Looking for the right uppercut was Robio. Didn't find the range. The counter from Mazarianu goes over his head. So it's becoming scrappy, this one. But again, you cannot question the commitment of the boxers to go for the victory. Left hand attempt to the body from Mazarianu, who's boxing up on his toes and on the back foot as though he has the lead, but he'll be aware of the score and context of the bout thanks to AIBA live scoring. Those scores were visible for the coaches to see. With monitors placed in the sight lines of the corner. There's a nice right hand landed by Mazarianu. With less than a minute to go. Well, this is the second time, and it wasn't dislodged by a shot on this occasion, the mouthpiece of Arobio. If it comes out again. Oh, you heard the reminder from the Scottish referee that this is twice. One more time and it will be a warning, and of course a warning is a point off whatever points total Arobio amasses in that round. So this could be big. Well, it would be big if the mouthpiece is dislodged one more time. He's got to bite down on it now and just keep it in place for the remaining 40 seconds. Burst of activity to the body. Arobio coming out of there with a speculative right hand, but couldn't find the range. Busy hands from Mazarianu, but again, from Arobio in response, many of the shots blocked, but that right hand certainly got through from the man in blue, as did that one. Right hand success repeatedly for Arobio, and both boxers really going for the home run here, planting their feet into the canvas and swinging away. 10-second clapper has sounded. No lack of commitment from either athlete. But it will be Arobio, for my money, who will be going through to the final round. Both boxers fully committed to trying to get their man out of there. They were really loading up on their punches. There wasn't much accuracy, truth be told. One cannot question the desire or commitment in a bid to make it through to the quarterfinal stage of the men's 60-kilogram lightweight tournament. And a verdict will be announced as soon as Mazarianu makes his way to center ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, John.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for John Arobio of Colombia. Winner 4-1 on the scorecards of the judges, and he goes through to the quarterfinal stage, and he is absolutely delighted. Really did give it everything. An untidy contest, but he has got the win. And it is the result that is the most important thing in the context of tournament boxing rather than the performance. Mazarianu had his moments, showcased a nice left jab, but it's Arobio who progresses to the last stage of the 60-kilogram lightweight division.
In ring K, men's middle, 75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Venezuela, Jeremy Alexander Alvarez Leon. And his opponents in blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Diaz Molzikitov. And just assignment: 1 India, 2 Italy, 3 Ukraine, 4 Hungary, and 5 Czech Republic. Referee Radoslav Simon, Slovakia.
So we're in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. We're in the round of 16, and this opening middleweight bout of this 6th session of boxing will be scored by judges from India, Italy, Ukraine, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. Oh, Jeremy Alexander Alvarez Leon, preparing for his first bout of Kielce 2021, having received a bye in the first preliminary round of 32. As for Diaz Molzikitov, the Kazakh boxer preparing for his second contest, didn't hang around in his opening bout, prevailing RSC round 2 to eliminate the man from Moldova. Radoslav Simon of Slovakia is the referee.
дистанция, подбирай дистанцию. Дыхание задержи. Постоянно. Диман. На выдохе.
No holding, punches up.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 75-kilogram middleweight action in the round of 16 of the men's middleweight tournament. 29 boxers started in this division. The man who just landed a hard right hand to the body wearing blue is Diaz Moljagitov. Moljagitov, 18 years of age, comes to the ring as the 2020 national youth champion of Kazakhstan. A tall southpaw wearing red. He's 17 years old. That is Venezuela's John Alvarez. Alvarez looking to get onto the front foot and score with that double southpaw jab left cross. Moljagitov, a heavy-handed individual, can really apply pressure when he gets his man going. So switch hitting in evidence from Alvarez. Oh, and there's a right hand which lands on a downward trajectory, followed by a left hook from Moljagitov, finding the range immediately. Both boxers looking to load up with their rear hands. Nice evasive maneuvers in the pocket from Alvarez, but the subsequent attempted counter was off the mark. Swing and a miss with the right hand as he aimed for the body. Right hand over the top, got a little closer, but look at that stinging left jab, snapped out by Moljagitov. Jolting left jab lands once again as Alvarez looking for that right hand. So looking to counter is Alvarez. Those shots not on target, even though they landed. Really did commit to that backhand, Alvarez. Takes another jab once again, and Moljagitov has used that shot effectively before he lands a solid right cross, which backs up the man in red. But he didn't lose his boxing stance or his composure, Alvarez. Walks into another left jab, which pushes his head backwards. Then a check left hand by Moljagitov. Onto his toes. Counter right hand is an effective shot. Terrific punch picking from the man in blue during this closing portion of the opening round. Alvarez switching to southpaw once again. Tries a right hand down to the body, takes another right hand as he was switching back to orthodox. Left jab once more, twice, and exchanges of, well, almost an exchange after the bell. A very good round of boxing from Diaz Moljagitov to open proceedings here in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. So some of the action from that opening round, and remember, AIBA's interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear winner, 10-7 for total domination. So putting a boxer on the floor, your opponent on the floor, won't necessarily result in a 10-8 round. And if a boxer remains on their feet, it can often be scored 10-8 if one boxer is clearly superior.
Seconds out, please. Round 3. Round 2.
It is indeed round 2. 3 minutes in the book. What can Alvarez do differently? He's demonstrated that he's comfortable boxing out of either stance, but whichever stance he adopted, orthodox that he's currently is now, or southpaw, that's the punch that was troubling him. The lead left hand as he lands a good shot of his own, Alvarez, perhaps is the best shot of the entire contest, looking to measure his man, and fire through a straight right cross, while as an orthodox boxer. But whether he was orthodox or southpaw, Moljagitov's jab was an effective shot. And given the comparative statures of the two men, as Alvarez turns a right bolo shot underneath, which wasn't too far away, but he's telegraphing that right hand, and that could be open for a counter. He takes another jab, a double left hand lands by Moljagitov. Right hand comes through and turns his head once again. So Alvarez, credit to him, trying to get onto the front foot, but I'm not quite sure how much attention he's paying to defense, and he's running into punches repeatedly on a chin that is wide open. Cluster of shots, three-shot combination landed by Moljagitov. So he's certainly plenty tough, is Alvarez, but this isn't a tough man contest as he takes another double right cross. He lands a right cross of his own, best shot of the round for the man in red. But he's being outpunched and outscored here as he takes another left hand. Dropping down to the body with the right hand, and look at that, just penetrating the wide-held hands of Alvarez once again. He hasn't been able to employ head movements. His reflexes not quick enough to evade the punches if that's what he's trying to do by adopting this posture, because with his hands down by his belt line and standing in the pocket, he just takes another left jab square on the nose. Well, that's hitting after the commander stop from Alvarez. AIBA referees will base their communication as he takes another left jab, Alvarez, and a stiff right hand. He lands a good left hand to the body twice. Stop, box, break, and time. They're the four commands around which AIBA referees will communicate with the boxers. And again, right hand success dips the knees of the man in red. Just a few moments prior to that, a left jab was scored by Moljagitov. And Alvarez, well, he's being driven backwards here. His head's being put on a swivel a little bit by the fact that the punches are coming from both flanks. It's hitting on the break again. Well, who's guilty there? Maybe 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but Alvarez certainly launched a straight shot after the command of stop. Right hand to the body landed by Moljagitov. And Alvarez perhaps just slowing down a little bit in the closing portion of that second round. And that is because he is being pinged repeatedly by straight punches from Diaz Moljagitov. The scorecards through 2 completed rounds of boxing. The man in red is going to have it all to do as we prepare to go into the third and final round. So Alvarez with some success in terms of getting punches through, but invariably he's been put on the end of a lead left hand from Moljagitov. Hasn't been able to avoid it. And he was hit far more than he was able to hit Moljagitov. As evidence there, punches without reply. There was a good double left hand to the body from the man in red, but that was a terrific combination and a nod of acknowledgement from Alvarez. But again, you don't want to be taking too many of those. So what can this man do differently? How can he adapt as we go into the third and final round? But the usual service has been resumed in the first action of the third. He ran into a left jab. Same shot once again, catching the man as he's loading up, going for a Hollywood left uppercut. Well, his chin's up in the air like a weather vane, Alvarez, and he's been tagged repeatedly by the man in blue. He's kept his shape. Plenty of commitment, but look at that. 4 shots without reply, make it 5 with the check left hand. And the aggression of Alvarez is proving to be ineffective. Better left jab, time after time after time. And he simply hasn't been able to make any adjustment. The man from Venezuela. So a minute's gone of this third and final round, around where he needs a big third round. And for my money, well, this portion of the round has gone against him. Now, of course, we're in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. These boys can bang. So he always does have the opportunity to turn it around as he gets tagged by a clean left hand. That causes him to take a few backward steps. He's put on the end of another left jab. And the manner in which his head is being snapped left and right, well, that will drain your resources rapidly. Left jab success once again from Molzhigitov, who's given the impression that he's boxing within himself here. But in many respects, Alvarez is just presenting an open target. And look at how his work rate has slowed here. He's in pursuit of a big final round, but he's not able to launch the offensive salvos that he needs because he's being picked off repeatedly by the accurate punches of the man in blue. Runs into a left jab once again, a left-right combination. And remember, this is global international competition, but Alvarez being made a distant second best here in this, his opening bout of Kielce 2021. Hard left hand dug in. He scores with the right hand over the top, but takes one in return. And again, his energy meter just draining before our very eyes. His punches becoming fewer and fewer. And when he does launch them, they're slower and easy to read. And you've got to credit this man's toughness because he has taken an awful lot this evening. But he's staying in there. He's certainly game, but he has been outgunned. Molzhigitov has set up everything off his lead left hand. And again, look at that. A standing count can be issued for me, and not before time, in my opinion, because the shots are having an increasingly pronounced effect. Very tough man indeed is Alvarez. But he's been outboxed comprehensively there by Diaz Molzhigitov. Very good display indeed by the 2020 National Youth Champion of Kazakhstan. And as the round went on, the punches were just having more and more of an effect. And Alvarez's punches becoming slower and slower and more readable as a result. It's Diaz Molzhigitov who goes through to the quarterfinal stage. And that distress signal is what brought about the standing count.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Diaz Molzhigitov, Kazakhstan.
So a unanimous points decision victory for Diaz Molzhigitov. He goes through to the quarterfinal stage of the men's 75-kilogram middleweight division. As for Alvarez from Venezuela, outboxed comprehensively. Terrific use of the left hand from Molzhigitov of Kazakhstan. He goes through. Alvarez will have to regroup and come again. He's a tough individual. I think he and his coaches will be working on the defensive side of his game because he was hit an awful lot during the course of that contest.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 234 in Reka, of course. Men's middle, 75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Romania, Iulian Dumitrescu. And his opponent representing Lithuania in blue corner, Alexander Trofimczuk. And judge assignments: 1 Kyrgyzstan, 2 Sri Lanka, 3 Argentina, 4 United States, and 5 Armenia. Referee from Hungary, Veronika Such.
So here are the judges who will score this one. They're from Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka, Argentina, the United States of America, and Armenia. Well, here is Iulian Dumitrescu of Romania preparing for his second bout of Kielce 2021, the 17-year-old. Stopped his opponent in the second round. Bombing out the man from Latvia, Endis Ivanovs. It's also the second bout of the tournament for Alexander Trofimczuk. Veronika Such of Hungary is the referee.
Round one.
So we're underway then, 75-kilogram middleweight action between boxers of contrasting styles. The man wearing red is representing Romania, and that is Iulian Dumitrescu, a heavy-handed hitter. 17 years of age, competing in his second contest of Kielce 2021. Alexander Trofimchuk of Lithuania, a bustling boxer. Bobbing, weaving, likes to get into mid and short range, but he just takes a single shot there. And this one promises to be an action-packed affair indeed. Hard right hand dug into the body, then head from Dumitrescu. Instruction of stop being issued from the referee. Command in the direction of Trofimchuk to keep his head up. See Dumitrescu just fencing with that lead hand. Tries to bring through a right cross, which wasn't too far away. Getting to work with his left jab now. Nice left jab landed by the man in red. Trofimchuk bustles his way forwards, tries for a right hook around the corner, and then did get through with it. Cluster of shots to the body, then finished with a left jab, Trofimchuk. Coming to the ring as the 2020 National Youth Champion as he takes a stiff right hand, but then lands a right left of his own. Trofimchuk. Single right hand landed by the man in red, but again, we talked about the bustling figure that Trofimchuk is up in the boxing ring, bobbing and weaving his way into territory once again. Dumitrescu trying to keep him at bay with straight punches. Good left hand to the body from Dumitrescu. Right hand in response downstairs from Trofimchuk. Oh, that's a solid right hand landed by Trofimchuk when Dumitrescu's back was square on the ropes. Nice movement in the corner by Dumitrescu to make the man miss. Solid right hand landed once again by Trofimchuk. Looking to maintain the pressure. Dumitrescu trying to give himself some room by landing a left jab. Nice spin move off the ropes from Dumitrescu. 10-second clapper indicates that we're in the closing stages of the first round. An action-packed first round between these two dynamic middleweights. Oh my goodness, right up until the concluding bell. Very good round indeed. Skillful boxing in evidence. So some of the action from the first 3 minutes.
Momentais gerai, bet momentais užsikabink ir viskas, kad šitą randą jau sulaužymus. Tai kad eini po dvi atakos, 1, 2, 3, ir nerodykit, kad šitą muša į galvą.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Trofimchuk out quickly because he'll be aware of the status after one round of boxing. Scored in favor of the man in red, looking to get busy with his hands at close range. Solid shots being dug in by both of these middleweights as they're trading off at close quarters. Oh, exchange of solid shots. It was Trofimchuk's that landed more heavily, the lead left hand. After both backhands from the boxers missed. Right hand landed by Dumitrescu. So we're getting bouts or bursts of punching at range before the boxers are falling into this territory and increasingly wrapping one another up in untidy tangles. Nice left jab landed by Trofimchuk once again. Comes forward behind a high-held guard and lands with a left hook. Dumitrescu backing up, misses with the right hand. Trofimchuk not too far away with his attempted counter. Left jab lands from Trofimchuk twice in quick succession. Swing and a miss from Dumitrescu, and while he's swinging and missing, he's being countered by nudging little shots that aren't very heavy, but they're scoring punches from Trofimchuk, who will not give Dumitrescu any room to breathe, remaining right on his chest and looking to score with those nudging shots. There's a solid left jab once again in response to that cluster from Dumitrescu. Now Dumitrescu tries to get to range. He's met by a burst of punches to the body from the man in blue. Uppercut nudged through on the inside by Trofimchuk. So neither boxer finding the target with their attempted offense from long range. Both men showing that they are incredibly comfortable in the pocket. Rapid hands once again from Trofimchuk. Shot around the corner, got through from the right hook from Dumitrescu. Good left hand to the body, followed by a right shot hand downstairs from Trofimchuk. That's a good right hand, landed on the chin by Dumitrescu. Turns the right hand around the corner as well, closing seconds of the second round of what has been a very physical middleweight bout so far. Good right hand landed downstairs, but then it's a right upstairs, followed by a left jab from Trofimchuk, and an arcing left hand just causes Dumitrescu to become disorganized. Physical 3 minutes once again. I think Trofimchuk fought very well in that 3 minutes, and there's confirmation on the scorecards. What a final round we have in prospect. My goodness, it is all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Trofimchuk getting busy at close range and having plenty of success. It promises to be a barnstorming final 3-minute frame.
Kaip dabar boksavaisi, taip ir laužysi, matai? Susiūtė, išlindau ir išlindau, ir nepaleidau.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, fasten your seatbelts, because this could be a firecracker of a final round. It's a terrific fight back by Trofimchuk in blue. After conceding the opening round across the board, he fought back to take the second round 4-1. So it's all square on the scorecards of 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Again, increasingly rough at close range. Dumitrescu looking to target that right hand. Trofimchuk bobbing and weaving his way forwards, always on the chest of the man in red. Dumitrescu has enjoyed continental podium success, coming away with a European Junior silver in 2017. He followed that with a bronze as he's jabbed backwards towards the neutral corner just above our commentary position. Took a European Championship bronze the following year in 20. ...2018 was his European Championship bronze, but here on the global stage, he's got his hands full with Trofimchuk. Well, neither boxer working away. They have to hear the command of break, but that is Trofimchuk's preferred territory, and that's what he normally does. Lets his hands go at a furious clip, doing so once again. trying to counter and show that he's not going to be outworked is Dumitrescu, but it's he who is fashioning the clinch. It's he feeling the pace more than his opponents in blue. He gets on the front foot and launches a home run right hand, which is off the mark by some distance. Minute to go in the final round. Who can produce some sustained, skillful boxing? And of course, infighting is a skill in itself, and that's where this contest has been fought predominantly. Nice left jab, then a right uppercut landed by Trofimchuk. 40 seconds to go, and again it's Dumitrescu who has his head jolted back by the crisper shots during that coming together. So the final 30 seconds, and again, look at the way the head of Dumitrescu is swiveling as he's running onto shots underneath. In his desperation to get his own offense away, perhaps neglecting his defense. Goes down with a shot to the body, but then look at the notable shot in that exchange. It's a left hook which lands again, and Trofimchuk doing a terrific job, boxing on the inside, arcing punches to both body and head. Dumitrescu skillfully turns the tables, but he came out second best in that exchange. He's continuing to fire away right up until the final bell. And what a terrific contest, and all action affair. We go to the scorecards to see who will go through to the middleweight quarterfinals. Now, for what it's worth, I think it's Trofimchuk that did enough to battle his way back into contention and tilt this competitive encounter in his favor. It's likely to be a split. Whose hand will be raised as the victor? I think Trofimchuk did enough over the course of rounds 2 and 3 to get the nod, but what say the judges? Here's the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Alexander Trofimchuk.
That is a terrific performance by Alexander Trofimchuk, prevailing on a 3-2 split on a card where there is 1 point in it for all 5 judges. That's how close and competitive it was. But look at the fight back by Trofimchuk to edge rounds 2 and 3 4-1 in each of those 2 3-minute frames after conceding the opening round 4-1. And that is why we have just 1 point in it. A clear and accurate reflection of what was a very competitive affair indeed. It's Trofimchuk who goes through.
75 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Uzbekistan, Nurislam Isamilov. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Belarus, Andrzej Wiktorowicz. Judge assignment: 1 Argentina, 2 Italy, 3 Malaysia, 4 India, and 5 Scotland. Referee Shirumala Tempu, Sri Lanka.
So they're then the judges who will score this one. They come from Argentina, Italy, Malaysia, India, and Scotland. The 10-point must system in effect. There is Nurislam Ismailov, the boxer from Uzbekistan, preparing for his second bout of Kielce 2021, having produced a dominant 5-0 unanimous point decision victory over Islombek Turgunov of Kyrgyzstan in the first preliminary round. His opponent, Andrei Viktorovich, also a unanimous points decision winner in the round of 32. Shirumala Tempu of Sri Lanka is the referee. And Viktorovich eliminating Adam Valenta of the Czech Republic in his opening contest.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. It's a contest between two 18-year-old boxers. The southpaw wearing red is Nurislom Ismoilov, 2017 Continental gold medalist, having taken that title in the junior championships down at 63 kilograms, so at just 18, continuing to grow, of course, from his success on the Continental stage 4 years ago. His fellow southpaw, wearing blue, who just got through with a flashy left cross, is Andrei Viktorovich. Both of these men competing in their second bout of Kielce 2021. Left hand once again, while up on his toes, landed by Viktorovich. So plenty of fencing and feinting. Ismoilov to work his way inside behind his own right jab and quick feet. Nice right hand to the body from the boxer in red. So flailing right jabs being flicked out by the boxer in blue. Odd right hand to the body dug in was the final shot of that exchange from Ismoilov. That's a solid right-left combination from the Belarusian boxer. Right hand, while pursuing his man, was landed by Ismoilov. Less than a minute to go in this opening round. Beautiful punch picking on the back foot by the Belarusian boxer. Skitting lightly around the boxing ring, both left and right. Ismoilov invariably trying to close the gap, remaining on that front foot. There's a solid right hand landed by Ismoilov. But again, the jab proving to be disruptive irritant from the man in blue. High skill in evidence in the opening round of this 75-kilogram middleweight bout. Those are the scorecards through the opening 3 minutes. Some of the action from that first round.
Не переживай, двойку ударил, ушел. Правый сбоку снял. Он будет идти на тебя, вас встречу бросает. То, что тебе надо. А сейчас полетит. А вблизи смотри. В сторону крути, не держи его. И на повторе, если тогда и что? Провал здесь наказывает. Вот по печени хорошо, с печени сбоку снимай здесь. Средний блин. А соберись, молодчина.
Seconds out.
Увереннейся.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. First round, a 3-2 split. The man in blue, Viktorovich, invariably up on his toes, but he used that shot very well indeed. The southpaw left, controlling the distance, or dictating the distance very well indeed, but Ismoilov having success during that coming together, but Viktorovich with the final word. But he's the man not necessarily controlling the distance as he lands a flashing left cross and comes back with a left uppercut. Left-right success once again for the southpaw. Ismoilov did counter with a shot. Armbar applied under the chin of Viktorovich by Ismoilov. Neither boxer really looking to work away at short range. Two tall, lengthy, 75-kilogram middleweight boxers. Counter left hand once again, and then coming back with a right hook. Viktorovich really using the space of the boxing ring well, and Ismailov continues to pursue him, but isn't pinning him down with any regularity. Both men looking for backhands out of their southpaw stances. Nice right jab landed by Ismailov. Swinging and missing is the man in red. Such is the movement of Viktorovich. There's a solid shot landed by Ismailov, swiveling the head of Viktorovich, but he keeps his shape, keeps his composure. Well, a rather crude swing with the southpaw left from Ismailov, missed by some distance. And he's looking to apply the pressure once again, is Ismailov, but he's really struggling to close the distance. Any consistency. Viktorovich is moving very effectively indeed. Exchange of jabs at the conclusion of that coming together. Oh, that's a lovely right jab. That was solid from Ismailov. Nice left uppercut landed on the inside by Viktorovich. So it's physical at close quarters once again, and no boxer looking to dig away to the body while they're in that close range. Solid left hand landed by Viktorovich just before the bell. Very competitive round of boxing indeed. Ismailov, who has taken it 4-1, so it's all square for 4 of the 5 judges as we go into the third and final round. Ismailov looking to apply pressure, take it to the man in blue.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Well, Ismailov and his team taking every second of the 60 and then some before rising up off their stool. Right jab, left cross success at the start of round 3 for Viktorovich repeatedly. Ismailov continuing to come forward between the punches and make these exchanges. Remember, it is all square for 4 of the 5 judges, 19 points apiece. Judge C has the man in red up 20-18. Nice right hand landed by Ismailov. Check right hand wasn't too far away for Viktorovich. Hard fought contest, this one. Nice right jab on the resumption from Ismailov. Shot it upwards and snapped the head back of the man in blue. Well, can Viktorovich just hold his feet on occasion and try and force Ismailov backwards? Just to present a different posture and see what the man in red is like on the back foot. There he stands his ground and had the final right jab in that exchange. The two men invariably punching together, but it's Viktorovich who is generally conceding ground during their exchanges, looking to use his attribute of movement. But there, look at that, spinning off the line after landing with a 3-shot combination. Straight right hand landed by Ismailov, who is really feeling the pace now. But he's willing himself forwards. But in doing so, he's becoming an increasingly stationary target. Comes back with a two-shot combination once again. Both boxers fatiguing up there in the ring now. But Ismailov just going through a difficult portion of the round, keeping his shape effectively and snapping out a crisp right jab and then a solid right hand and then a right hook spinning off the line is Viktarovic. And Ismailov, his energy levels draining by the second here, willing himself forward, really digging in. Takes a right hand just above the belt line, and if he is beginning to fade in terms of energy, well, that will test it. Solid right hands exchanged. But Viktarovic, again, he takes a right hand which backs him up, but can he push the fading man in red backwards? Make no mistake, both of these boxers giving absolutely everything in a bid to progress through to the next round. 10-second clapper sounds. Who can get the better of this final 10 seconds of the third and final round in a contest that is up for grabs, everything in the balance. A terrific third and final session, worthy of the 2 rounds that preceded it in this 75-kilogram round of 16 affair. It was all square. It's going to be very tight. It could well be a split. Cannot question the commitment of Ismailov, who was really feeling the pace. He kept on coming forwards, but he was being turned into a bit of a target there because he wasn't able to move his head. Make no mistake, he was landing as well. Who do the judges favor? Viktarovic was certainly having plenty of success against the fading fighter.
235 by split decision is the boxer from the red corner, Nurislam Ismailov, Uzbekistan.
And Nurislam Ismailov, a 4-1 split decision winner in a very hard-fought contest indeed. He gets the nod over Andrei Viktarovic and goes through to the quarterfinal stage of the men's 75-kilogram middleweight division. You have to give credit to Viktarovic. He really did compete with everything he had, taking the final round for the judge from India. But the other 4 judges scoring in favor of the man from Uzbekistan, and it's he who goes through. Viktarovic eliminated in the round of 16, playing his part in a terrific contest.
He have opponents. His opponent in the blue corner, representing Hungary, Begdeugus Vitali. And judge assignment, 1 Slovakia, 2 Uzbekistan, 3 Moldavia, 4 Mongolia, and 5 Armenia. Referee Terezi Krejbychova, Czech Republic.
So there, the 5 judges who will score our final bout of this 10th session of boxing. They come from Slovakia, Uzbekistan, Moldova, Mongolia, and Armenia. There is Mikhail Usov, preparing for his second bout of the tournament. Our referee is from the Czech Republic.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, 75-kilogram middleweight action, the 12th bout of this 10th session of boxing, and it's between men from Russia and Hungary. The Russian boxer is wearing red. That is Mikhail Usov. 2018 European Championship gold medalist in the junior classification. A year later came away with a silver medal. Comes to the ring as the national youth champion of Russia in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. His opponent, wearing blue, boxing out of the southpaw stance, is 17-year-old Bendeguz Zigetvari. Zigetvari just being backed up, and Usov possesses quite a punch. He produced a stoppage victory to book his place here in the round of 16. Got his man out of there in the opening round after scoring 2 standing 8 counts against Santiago Rivera of Colombia. It was a very good display indeed, and even though it ended in the first round, he was patient, and look at the punches he's able to ping Zigetvari with. Beautiful work with the right cross to the body, then left jab upstairs from Usov, looking to bring the uppercut into play now, and he did get through the defenses of Zigetvari. Those punches blocked by the gloves of the man in blue. You can see he's got to try and work his way inside the longer arms. He takes another right hand to the body. So perhaps got to include some head movement, because right now, even though he's blocking some of the shots, he's not able to get any rhythm or flow over that front foot because he's being stopped by punches that are buffeting off his defenses. Right on cue, there's the shot once again. Round the corner this time with a right hook. Speculative left hand thrown by Zigetvari. Left hook as he was winding up a right hand. The Russian's punch which lands, and then a reverse 1-2. Right hand over the top from Zigetvari wasn't too far away. It's Usov who's having the better of this opening round, and now going through his repertoire, pinning Zigetvari in the red corner. Zigetvari was just content to go back to the ropes, inviting some pressure. So first round in the book, and a very good round of boxing by the Russian man wearing red.
Állok előtte, mint egy kibaszott zsák, menj oda, és akart megütni a picsába. Így is érted, 2 meneted van vissza. Oké? Ezt meg kell, hogy
lábon nem mozog, kell több lábat csinálni, és nem csak kibírni.
They can tell the chase.
Szívd fel magadat, most add meg, Zani.
Időben mentek ezek a hordók, ez legyen, oké?
Round 2.
Into the second round then. Looking to come out aggressively after conceding the opening round. Zigetvari of Hungary. Usov keeping his composure and looking to keep him on the end of that long left jab. Picking his punches very well. And Zigetvari is just not able to evade the straights that are coming in his direction. They're always catching him on something. And he hasn't been able to maintain the pressure and keep coming forward through the attacks thus far. He put on the end of straight shots once again. Now there's a clinch. Zigetvari not able to work away in that territory. Now he digs away with the left hand, but doesn't get much time to do so. Again, terrific movement from Usov. Very efficient with it, just circling clockwise. And invariably finding the range against Zigetvari, just neutralizing his attempted aggression. Bustling away to the body is the man in blue. Well, he's repeatedly being picked off. Is Zigetvari reduced to swinging and missing on that occasion. Then nice quickening of the feet to appear on the other side of the Hungarian boxer. Zigetvari with more than half of the round gone, finding this a very difficult mission indeed. Terrific combination punching from Usov. There's a hard left hand from Zigetvari as he marched forwards. But he's just being kept occupied by punches that are coming out in piston straight fashion, and some of them are spearing his defenses, as that corkscrew shot did there. Zigetvari did score with a left hook, and then a huge right hand misses by some distance. The subsequent right hand was closer, but it was still wide of the mark. And as he's swinging and missing, he's being picked off by the accuracy of Usov's shot selection. Same thing once again. Time after time, he's being pecked and poked by these punches. Swung so hard that he's dislodged his own mouthpiece. Such was his exhalation when trying to land that speculative blow. So this is one time, and there's confirmation from the referee from the Czech Republic. She'll have to take a moment to sanitize her hands. Time has been called. Again, this tournament being conducted in COVID-safe conditions here in Kielce. Terrific work to head and body from Usov. That's a solid right hand, and then a left hand followed it as well. And Zigetvari repeatedly being run into punches. Another dominant round of boxing produced by Usov. He's in complete control.
Meg is lepted a csávó.
Kiüti az első kezet, abban a pillanatban nem lassan, kiüti az első kezet, abban a pillanatban ez a hármas nagyon jó. Bármelyik hármas ütötted, ami kijön, de horog a kezdet. Oké? Testet is megpróbáltad még.
Well, Zigetvari simply not able to get out of the way of the punches. Did have a couple of successes of his own, such as that left hand as he charged forwards. For the most part, just being touched up repeatedly by left and right from Usov.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, it's an aggressive start to the third and final round by Zigetvari, and he certainly needs something to turn this one around. He's conceded the opening 2 rounds, hasn't had any sustained success to speak of over the course of the first 6 minutes because he simply can't get past the straight punches, such as that from Usov. He's controlled the distance magnificently at the expense of Zigetvari. Zigetvari continuing to hustle and bustle, but just cannot make the man in red ruffled in any way, shape or form. Look at that for a beautiful use of an educated left hand. Every time he sets his feet, he's run into leather, is Zigetvari. And that is why each time he's having to reset and try and come again, but then as he's resetting, Usov has either changed direction, changed position, or is in a different place, or has reset himself. Reverse 1-2, eye-catching punches once again, and he's beginning to measure his man now and tee off with long-range straight punches. Terrific work from Usov, who really hasn't put a foot wrong in a completed 2.5 rounds so far. Using that left hand incessantly. Hasn't always been full-blooded, the jab, but it's been enough to just stay in the face of Zigetvari, and a very disruptive weapon indeed. So Zigetvari not able to produce or demonstrate the head movement that would perhaps enable him to avoid these punches. Got a minute to try and turn this around. Been a frustrating night for him so far, but he is remaining committed. Still going in search of the selection of shots that will get his man out of there or produce the dominant final round that he needs. But he's not been able to find it. Usov looking incredibly comfortable up there in the space of the boxing ring and just doing things pretty much as he pleases. It's been a wonderful exhibition of controlled boxing by Mikhail Usov. Oh, what a right uppercut uncoiled by Usov, catching the man as he was coming in and swiveling his head from underneath. Right hand around the corner, got behind the rear of the left glove of Zigetvari. Nice scoring shot from Usov. So the closing seconds of what has been a masterful display from Mikhail Usov. You have to credit the competitive desire of Bendeguz Zigetvari. But it is going to be Usov who will progress through to the quarter-final stage in the men's 75-kilogram middleweight division, courtesy of a very controlled display indeed. He was the governor, and he did things on his own terms.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Mikhail Usov, Russia.
So confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Russia's Mikhail Usov. He goes through to the quarter-final stage with a very controlled display of boxing indeed. Bendeguz Zigetvari competed right until the opening bell, but simply could not avoid the shot selection that was coming out from the educated hands of the Russian. He goes through to the final 8 and makes it through to the quarter-final stage, where he will face off against Nurislom Ismoilov of Uzbekistan. That bout scheduled for the afternoon session on the 19th of April. So a busy time for these middleweight boxers as they race through their quarterfinals. That's how Usov prevailed in this contest. And with that 12th bout in the book, that is 236 contests down here at Kielce 2021. It concludes this 10th session of boxing. We're back on air at 6 p.m. local time. So in just over an hour's time, we'll return with session number 11 from Ring A. Make sure you join us for that. Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, the AIBA YouTube channel, where you'll be able to get not only the live streams, but also plenty of feature material and archive as well. But until the 11th session of boxing, which is taking place in just over an hour's time here at the Hala Legionov in Kielce, it remains for me, Ronald McIntosh, saying thank you for staying with us, and join us again for session number 11 very soon. Bye for now.